And we're back! Can we save the boobies? I don't know. Let's find out. Lastly, I wanted to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this nonary game was serious, or a poor attempt at a joke. I needed to be quite sure. As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome. Junpei glared at him. I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago? Didn't I say? The nonary game was played. I planned it out, and I conducted its execution. Oh my god! Are they doing a plot line that I've been thinking of for like a horror movie? Where the guy who manipulated in the first horror movie becomes like one of the people targeted in the second? So that's totally a plot that I've wanted to write. That's so cool. Why? What on earth was it supposed to do? I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that. Ace smirked. He was trying to provoke them, and it was working. Although Ace had paid very little attention to Lotus after catching her, Gunna never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale. When she spoke, her voice shook. What's with this gun? Where did he get this? Why don't you tell her, Santa? Santa ground his teeth and glared at Ace. On the other side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room, right? The bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking. Indeed, I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know. Just saying you intended to leave it behind. Ace laughed, a short, derisive snort, and gave Junpei a sickeningly pitying look. Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then. Where are you going? Do I really need to explain? I'd assumed it would be obvious. He has 9 bracelet and he has Lotus. He's gonna go through one of the 9 doors. I'm assuming that's the writer of the game, Yoshikev. I have the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus. Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church? That's where you're going, isn't it? And how do you know that? Santa told me about it while we were looking for Clover. I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all of you. And please, don't forget my warning. Move, and I'll pull the trigger. No, don't kill me! So, doing a little math, we need multiples of 9. If he takes her, you know, multiple of 9 within 5 people. We have a 5, a 6. Santa is 3. And we have a 7. 11, 14, 21. Damn it! There's no possible way for us to get through that door. As is. Not even if we grab the other bracelets. Because we can only get a maximum of 5 people. We're triple fucked if he takes her. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know. As he spoke, Ace began backing towards the door, practically dragging Lotus behind him. Junpei, Santa, June, and 7 stood frozen. Ace had the face of a man gone mad. He had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit. He forced Lotus to open it, then turn and address them once more. Goodbye. Then he stepped through the door. It fell shut. In the blink of an eye, they were gone. As soon as Ace and Lotus were gone, Junpei and the others leapt for the door in pursuit of Ace. But as Junpei laid his hand on the doorknob, there was a noise behind him. He looked over his shoulder. June was kneeling on the floor, breathing heavily, and Santa's hand suddenly grew 2 sizes. Hey! June, what happened? Are you alright? Damn, I mean, no, seriously, look at what his hands look like compared to June's. Holy shit. That is something terrifying right there. Santa ran to June, wrapped his arms around her before she could collapse all the way. Jesus, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay? I'm really glad Santa's been so helpful with June. It's really been appreciated. June's fever had returned, again for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watery and her eyelids drooped. Her breath came in dry, shallow gasps. I'm okay. Really, I'm fine. You should be worrying about Lotus. She was breathing hard now, and she could barely summon the strength to talk. Junpei was torn. He couldn't leave June alone in the state she was in. Maybe June should pick a season that's not as hot. Yeah, I'd rather be at December myself. Of course Santa would be protective. Yeah. You know, the whole dead sister thing. Yep. But every moment they waited, Ace was further away, Lotus's life in his hands. What was Junpei supposed to do? June's eyes drifted to Junpei's. She managed to muster a weak smile. Junpei, don't worry about me. I just need a little rest. I'll be fine. Don't you remember? I just needed to rest a little bit last time. So please save Lotus. Think about what Ace has already done, Junpei. When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's gonna let her just walk away? God damn it! You guys go on ahead. As soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go! Junpei looked at June. She nodded once. She couldn't manage much more. But it was all the confirmation Junpei needed. The resolve was set. Alright. Come on, Seven, we're going after Ace. Hell yeah! Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you. Santa nodded. Junpei turned before he had a chance to change his mind and started running toward the door. Okay, before we move on, now that we've confirmed Ace managed to kill fake Snake and Clover, what does that change about our theories? That takes some suspicion off of Santa. This takes a decent amount of suspicion off of Lotus. This takes a decent amount of suspicion off of Seven. Notice I'm saying decent, not all. I'm not counting anyone out. You could hear Seven's heavy footsteps behind him. Let's go. Junpei and Seven exploded into the hallway, their feet pounding the metal door as they ran. Metal floor, sorry, as they ran. I love how you figured this out. I'm glad you guys do, because that's sort of the point. Ace, however, is the only person I suspect of not being Zero. Besides 9. I doubt it's Snake. It obviously can't be Clover. Right? I don't suppose we could tell Santa to go check on Clover's body. Junpei and Seven had finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As their lungs struggled to catch their breath, their eyes frantically scanned the room. No sign of Ace or Lotus. You think they already went through? He reached up to wipe a palmful of sweat from his brow. Wait. What if Snake and Clover are both Zero? But that would mean Clover would have had to been a fake body. Or at the very least, had her heart stopped by a very powerful sedative that we know exists and is safe, and someone literally used it for almost the same exact purpose? But the blood in the blood pool. I don't think Zero would put us in a situation where Ace would kill people that didn't deserve to be killed in his eyes. Are you just doing one playthrough? Oh, that's right! There are multiple endings! I don't know. We'll see. If there's a way to skip past dialogue we've seen before, maybe. Clover's hand was pretty blue. That's true. I don't know. Either Clover had to do something that Zero thinks she deserved to die for, like everybody else in here, or he's just that callous and wanted to put Ace in a situation where he'd kill people? No, that doesn't sound right. So either Clover is dead and she did something he feels she deserved to die for, or she's not dead and her and Snake are both Zero. But that would be pretty elaborate for how she faked her death, and I don't think that's the case. You can speed up text if you've already seen it on a second playthrough. We might do a second playthrough then. If there's like a best ending, quote unquote, or an ending that answers all the questions, then we might do that. But we'll talk about that after we're done. Maybe. Even as he spoke, Junpei was already on his way to a larger number 9 doors. He looked at the red. The display panel read vacant. He spun around and headed toward the smaller door. This red would tell him the face and Lotus had moved to another room. Damn it! Engaged. It's occupied. That means Ace and Lotus went through here. Yeah, it seems like it. Junpei and Seven stepped away from the door. They retreated to the center of the room and began to talk. What do we do now? Yeah, what should we do? Well, the big door is still vacant, but the two of us can't do anything with it. Yeah. First of all, our digital route is not 9. Just then, as they were pondering what to do next, there was a noise. A noise like someone hitting a thick wooden panel. The coffin! Right! Right. This is gonna answer a lot of questions or create a whole new set. Junpei looked up surprised. Seven followed suit, his eyes jumping around the room looking for the source of the sound. It wasn't long before they found the altar. Or more precisely, what was on it. The coffin. Yeah. Let's open it. How? By force. I don't think that's gonna happen. But you never know till you try, right? The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. Who said that? I forget. Anyway, we've got to try. Junpei and Seven leapt at the coffin. They grabbed hold of what purchase they could find and pulled. Urgh. Damn it! See, didn't I tell you? If we could just pull it open, why would someone have something in like that? C0 or O. Seven pointed the keypad on the side of the coffin. Right, so unless I put in the right passcode, it's not going to open. Yeah, hold on, we're working on it. The noise hadn't stopped. In fact, as it continued, it only gotten louder and more forceful. What are they supposed to do, Junpei wondered. Was there some sort of clue somewhere? Why are you knocking and not saying anything? Are you muffled? Are you gagged or something? They stood there for a few moments staring at the coffin, and then Seven spoke. Hey, Junpei, what are you mumbling about some weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first-class cabin? You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right? CEO, yeah. Or there's a 0. Truth had gone or something like that. Yeah, that's right. What about it? I keep thinking that's from my front door. Yeah, sorry. Well, maybe that number's the passcode for this thing, too. Come on, that's impossible. Those numbers were the code to unlock that safe. Yeah, but the person who set up the safe and this coffin is the same person, right? So you set up both of these. Yeah, probably. Well, then you must have set the same passcode for both of them. That's ridiculous. I'll just try it. I mean, it's not like you can make things any worse. It'd be a waste of time. There's no way they're the same number. How do you know that? You never know until you try. The only necessity for success is willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. Yeah, I don't know why you're resisting this so much, Junpei. Just say that. Just do it. Who said that? You. Just try! It's not gonna hurt! Fine. He knelt down in front of the keypad and looked at it. Perhaps because he'd repeated them so many times before, the numbers came easily to Junpei's mind. Quickly he typed them in. He checked that he'd entered the right numbers, and took a deep breath and pressed the E button. It took a moment. What? You gotta be kidding me! There was a click. And with a heavy clunk, the lid of the coffin slid off onto the floor. Someone sat up from inside. It's Snake, isn't it? I knew it! I knew it's Snake! Which means he's not in on this. He was manipulated so that Snake wouldn't die. Which means Zero doesn't think Snake deserves to die. But did he mess up in the situation and accidentally have Clover die when he didn't mean to? Or did he know that would happen anyway? You. Why? The hell? Nice outfit. Those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken. Where are the others? Are they somewhere elsewhere? Of course there was no reason Snake would have known anything about where anyone else would be. Junpei and Seven looked at one another. There's a great deal he needed to know, but... First things first. Yo, Clover be dead. They had to tell him something, however, so they began to talk. Snake explained to them how he came to be locked in the coffin. Apparently he'd been hit with some sort of knockout gas. That again. And Junpei and Seven explained what had happened to the rest of them. There was one thing, however, that neither Seven nor Junpei could bring themselves to say. That Ace had killed Clover. They feared that if Snake knew, he might go insane. They decided as much by looking at the moment Snake had climbed out of the coffin. Snake's story explained frustratingly little. Zero's true identity was a mystery, as were his intentions. Why had Zero put Gaiax in Snake's clothes? If Zero had left a note for them to Nonary game had been played 9 years before, was there some connection? Junpei put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating. Huh, what are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying. It seemed as though Snake was perhaps not being entirely honest, but that knowledge did Junpei and Seven little good. No matter how many times he asked, he insisted that he knew nothing. It was becoming clear that Snake wouldn't give in, and every second they spent asking him was a second wasted. Their time limit was fast approaching. Snake's release from the coffin had changed nothing. They still needed to follow Ace as quickly as possible. However, they still don't have the right people for 9. They stood in silence, the overpowering atmosphere of the chapel almost stifling. Wait! He didn't have his bracelet on! Junpei, Seven, and Snake simply stood at a loss for what to do next. What do we do now? He glanced over at Snake's wrist. Sure enough... Oh! He could see this new... Oh, I guess I just missed it. I didn't see it on this image, so... The 3 of us can't make a digital root of 9. Yeah, we just get 5. We're stuck here then. Oh, hey, I just remembered something. Seven began patting his pockets as if he were checking to see if any of them held anything. What? What is it? I found something earlier. What'd you find? This. Finally found the pocket he wanted, his hand dove into it. Seven pulled out something round and metal. A 0? That's completely unhelpful. But why is there a 0? Bracelet. There's no mistaking the number glowing at them on the face like a cartoon eye. 0. Zero's bracelet. What the hell? Are you saying that 7 has the number 0 bracelet? Yeah. Where did you get that? Unless it counts as a 10 also. Snake's question was innocent enough, but if he learned the truth, and being able to see, he would have noticed 7 look away. Is there a 10th player? It couldn't be. It would break like all the rules unless he somehow didn't have to deal with any of the doors. Or they, sorry. I shouldn't be gender specific. Clover gave it to me. Huh? She did. Yeah. How did she come by it? Well, she found it, see? On the other side of door 1, A-Deck, in the captain's quarters. Is that what Ace was afraid she'd find? She asked me to hold on to it because I was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around. And the title of the game would be a lie. Almost like they're trying to deceive us from the outset. It was a lie and Junpei knew it. I haven't actually looked at it yet. That's the thing he took from her corpse. Right. Didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know. Basic stuff. Well, I did borrow one thing. I knew it was important! It would have confused the hell out of me if we got it then, though, so no big deal. Alright, Junpei. Been nice knowing you. What? What? Oh! That's what he's trying to say. Come on, man, I'm just kidding. Still, just in case, I want to make sure the 0 bracelet gets picked up by the red. Snake, give me a hand, alright? Without waiting for a response, he started towards the door. Junpei and Snake followed him quietly. Before long, they found themselves in front of the larger of the 2 doors. Seven and Snake put their palms to the red. Once they'd done that, Seven put the number 0 bracelet on the scanner panel as well. A 3rd asterisk appeared on the screen. This is literally the only use for a 0 bracelet, is to make sure you meet the 3-person requirement. And Kirby said that exactly what I did. I did make that connection. I just didn't specifically state it. I did make that connection earlier. Now they just needed to pull the lever and the door would open. Error! Or it doesn't count as a person. The Zero Bracelet specifically does not count as a person. And it specifically does not help in getting this digital root. So why is there a Zero Bracelet? Why isn't it opening? Well, the third asterisk lit up, so you must have registered Zero Bracelet. Maybe it isn't actually 0. Maybe it's 10? What? That bracelet might not actually produce the number 0 when scanned. That is what I'm saying. Why don't we try a few different combinations? Perhaps we can determine what number the bracelet actually contains. Junpei nodded. They decided to use the following combination. To get a 9, you need a digital root, you need an 18. To do that, we need 7 plus 2 plus, I think, I keep forgetting if I'm a 5 or a 6. I'm a 5. That would give me 14, which would give me 5. So, no. So 7 plus 5... Or a 27. This isn't that hard, Haven. Come on. You just need... No. I can't get the combination I want with these people. Junpei 7 Mysterious Bracelet. It's 3. If that combination worked, then the Mysterious Bracelet's number would be 6. They scanned their bracelets. So maybe it's not 10. Holy! Uh-oh. Who's a 6? That would be June. Oh dear. Why is there a bracelet that has June's number on it? It opened. Yes, so it would seem. Seven clearly hadn't thought out their experimentation would produce anything useful and looked rather confused. 0 equals 6, obviously. Did you learn that at school? Oh, man. Snake was, as usual, calm and smug. The door slid closed. Junpei's forehead furrowed as he thought. Meant the number for the mysterious bracelet was 6. But how could it be a 6? The display on the bracelet clearly showed a 0. Every day's great at your Juness. Suddenly, from somewhere far beneath them, they heard the creak and groan of tearing metal. Oh no! With it came the sound of water pouring into parts of the ship that had until recently been dry. Oh man, that's not good. I guess our time's just about up, huh? At any rate, we now know the door can be opened. Let's go! But, Snake, are you sure? Yeah, you know that only Junpei and I can go through this way. You needn't worry. I have a solution to this problem. My last resort. But it is now it's not the time for last resorts, then when? Last resort. You really want just us to go through? We're leaving so many people behind! Nobody can get in until it's not taken up. Oh, I don't like this. Snake, whatever you're planning, man, I hope it's good. 7.8 out of 10, too much water. Yashkim. That deserves a clap. I love myself as well. Junpei, 7, and Snake ran full tilt down a long straight hallway. They were headed for the stern of the ship and had no time for distractions. Wait! How did Snake get in? As they ran, Seven spoke. Oh, wait, no. What? Gotta admit, you really surprised me there, kid. I didn't figure out the hell that you were gonna get out of that one. How come you didn't do that right off the bat? As I told you, it was the last resort. Had I used it at the beginning of the game, I would have come under a great deal of suspicion. I imagine most people would have taken it to mean that I was Zero. Once they convinced themselves of that, I was optimistic about my chances of making it out of here alive, let alone unscathed. I felt it best to play my cards close to the chest, as it were. That way, if I were in the situation where there was nothing else I could do, I'd have a little trick up my sleeve. I'd just take my bracelet off. Snake's plan had been simple but effective. He'd simply removed his bracelet. How? To Junpei, it looked like Snake had simply crushed the bones of his hand, while they were small enough to fit through the wristband. Of course, that would have been practically impossible, so how had he done it? My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. Oh, he just compressed his hand and left the bracelet behind. Snake had slid the bracelet off, then tossed it into the coffin. When it had gone, he had little to fear from the numbered doors. He'd walk through the door easily, without authenticating. He stepped out the other side unscathed and began running down the hall alongside Seven and Junpei. They kept running for a little while longer and eventually came up to a set of stairs leading downward at the right side of the hallway. But we're leaving people behind! Snake! And June! They stopped and peered down the staircase. Did Snake just leave Clover to drown? Yeah, he thinks Clover's still back there! As far as they could tell, it went all the way to the bottom deck. There didn't seem to be any flooding. They nodded quickly to one another and jogged down the stairs. It took only a few minutes to make their way to the bottom deck. There was a single hallway in front of them, at the end of which was a single door. Junpei threw it open. Inside was a massive iron gate. A plate was affixed to the top of it. It read Incinerator. Incinerator? Oh my, that doesn't sound very pleasant. Do you see a lever around near the gate, perhaps? Yeah, right over there. How did you know that? Well, I'd be happy to regale you with the story. I imagine it should only take half a day or so? Junpei grumbled, gave Snake a dirty look, and jogged over to the lever. If you pull it, the door ought to open. I got it. They pulled the lever down. With the rumble of an ancient motor, the door opened. There was no need to hold back and no time to hesitate. They pushed their way inside. Standing in front of them were Ace and Lotus. Well, this is familiar! Ace still had the revolver in his hand. It was still pressed hard against Lotus's temple. A small dark bruise had begun to form near the tip. Even from several yards away, Junpei could see Lotus was shaking. She was terrified. Perhaps more interesting was that Junpei saw behind them. 9. Another number 9 door. But why? Why was there another one? The door stopped Junpei in his tracks. It simply shouldn't have been there. As his brain finally began to consider why, the whine of a warning klaxon filled the air, drowning out any thought. Warning! Warning! Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Uh-oh. Automatic incineration will take place in, let me guess, 9 seconds? 9 minutes. Cute. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. There are more than 9 doors. Technically there already was, because there were double 9 doors. So, we're now at 11. 11 numbered doors, at least. Oh my, how exciting. You've run quite a show here, Zero. A terrifying smile twisted Ace's face. What's the matter? Too frightened to understand? Here, let me explain. It's said the incineration system is about to activate. In 9 minutes, this room will be engulfed in flame. Huh? Who are you? You don't recognize me. I'm hurt. It's me, Snake. Snake? Ah, yes, you are alive. I'm afraid your bizarre style had me confused. I'm quite glad to see that you're alive. Ace's voice didn't change. Snake ground his teeth. If you don't mind my asking, how did you get here? Snake, Junpei, Seven, the three of you couldn't have opened a door with a 9. Did you use Clover's bracelet, perhaps? What? It would have worked. Ah, well, your reaction suggests you did not. Hold on! Why did you think we have Clover's bracelet? Junpei felt his chest tighten. Oh, they haven't told you. Told me what? Clearly not. Normally, I would take some time and enjoy the moment, but I'm afraid my time is at a premium just now. I'll have to make this quick. Clover. Don't do it, Ace! Keep your goddamn mouth shut! Clover. I said stop it! Don't listen to him, Snake! Junpei could feel his voice going hoarse, and Snake didn't listen to him. What happened to Clover? Ace looked at him. The corner of his mouth curled into the hook of a cruel smile. Clover died. Oh dear! The color left Snake's face. He shook his head weakly. No, that's not true. That's impossible. It's a lie. It has to be a lie. Oh, it's quite true. I can assure you of that. I killed her myself, you see. What? I'm sorry, did I stutter? I killed her. Snake's face twisted into a mask of rage, mottled red rising to dot his pale skin. His entire body shook. He looked to Junpei, disturbingly like a demon. I would rather she died with less suffering. A bullet in her brain, perhaps, would have been ideal. Unfortunately, that would have made quite a bit of noise. Circumstances being what they were, I was forced to settle for the knife. The one the ninth man had, you remember. I believe I caught her just below the shoulder blade. Was rather lucky, in fact. My first thrust went right between her ribs. Her flesh was soft. My knife slid in so easily. There was no resistance. That feeling was, I confess, I feel rather excited. It is a powerful memory. Someday, perhaps, I hope I can feel it again. Incineration will begin in 7 minutes. I'm going to kill you. Snake's words were a guttural growl, barely audible. I'm sorry. What? I'm going to kill you. Ah, so you're going to kill me. Please do. Come now. I'm waiting. Don't do it! Don't listen to him, Snake! Stop it, kid! He's screwing with your head! Is there a problem? What are you waiting for, boy? Don't you want me to send you to join your sister? Don't! Snake! Don't do it! The snake could no longer hear them. Snake could no longer hear anything. That's a mistake! Snake moved like a bolt of lightning. His scream echoed through the incineration chamber, full of rage and despair. Snake! Snake! Another scream filled the room. It was Lotus. She ran across the room toward Junpei, her eyes wide with terror. Snake's ill-fated attack had loosened his grip on her, and she made a run for it. She reached Seven and Junpei and ducked behind them. Junpei could feel her fingers on his arm, tight enough to be painful, keeping him between her and Ace. Incineration will begin in 5 minutes. Give me the woman. He raised the gun. I need her. Without her bracelet, I'll be unable to open this door. Quickly now. I don't have time for your shenanigans. In the center of the room, Snake's body lay eerily still. It looked like human larva, thrown invulnerable on the floor. I see. It would seem I have no choice. The rest of you must die as well. Fortunately, I have 5 bullets left. One for Junpei, another for Lotus, and the last 3 for that lump of an idiotic man you call Seven. I will take Lotus's body with me and leave this room. don't even need to take the body. Once she's dead, you can take the bracelet. I mean, I need to stop helping. Incineration will begin in 4 minutes. Well, it looks as though our time together is at an end. I rather enjoyed playing with you. Goodbye. Junpei could see Ace's finger tighten. He could see it begin to squeeze down on the trigger. His body tense, prepared for the catastrophic impact of hot lead against human flesh. And it happened. Dude? Snake stood up. What? No, that's impossible. The first time Ace's composure broke. With an obvious effort, Snake lunged forward 1 step closer to Ace, then another. He looked, for all the world, like a zombie. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. His voice was the mournful wailing of the undead. Stay away from me. Get back. Stop. You come any closer, I'll... Get away from me. Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake didn't stop. He continued his stiff, inexorable approach, his eyes twin pools of pure fury. Listen to me. I said don't come any closer. Shit. You bastard. There's the rest of the bullets. His revolver leapt 5 times. 5 times the air of the incinerator was split by the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twitched as 5 crowds of blood and torn flesh leapt from the air across his body. A fine pink mist drifted from his body and disappeared. Snake made a strange sort of choking cough. And then his strength was gone. His legs crumbled and his broken and battered body slid to the floor. Incinerator will begin in 3 minutes. He did it! He had just enough willpower to get up. He knew he couldn't kill Ace, but he knew he could waste the rest of those bullets. Could take all 5 before he died. Shit! But Snake wasn't done. Even as the pool of blood beneath him grew, he began to move. He half crawled, half slid toward Ace. One bloody arm wrapped itself around Ace's leg, and the other gripped his thigh with strength that should have been long gone. You son of a bitch! You're a monster! Get off of me! Let me go! Damn you! He kicked at Snake with his free leg, driving his foot into Snake's face, his arm, his shoulder. It made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once a snake had ensnared its prey, rarely does it release it. This is it, Ace. We're going to burn to death. Together. What? Don't make those references. I haven't played that game yet. Incineration will begin in 2 minutes. Oh, damn it! Damn you! Get off! Let me go, you monster! Okay, look, think about it this way. My company owns a wonderful hospital, has excellent doctors. You're not wounded too seriously? I'm sure they can fix you up easily. You don't have to die. You can be saved. Just let me go. Pathetic. Begging for your life. Then Seven and Lotus began to speak. Yoshkev, that's going to be a blind YouTube playthrough after Resident Evil 4. Dude, it doesn't matter. You killed his sister. Yeah. Junpei could hear the tears in their voices and their words were strained. Snake! That's enough! You can stop now! Yeah, that's right, Snake. You've done enough. Come on, Snake, let's go! Let's get out of here! You have to come with us. We have to leave together. Snake turned toward them. He coughed and blood splattered across the floor. Then he smiled, a sad sort of smile. I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon. I'm going to take him with me. Shut up! Be quiet! I couldn't save Clover. My sister died because of me. Perhaps this will begin to atone for that. Perhaps in the afterlife she can forgive me. Now go! Go now! You have to go! Incineration will begin in 1 minute. God damn it! Shit! We're out of time! We have to go! Seven ran toward the exit. Lotus followed him. But Junpei couldn't move. Here's the problem. 8 plus 5... 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 5 is 20. It's not a digital root of 9. There were white lines down... Wait, but what if we had a 6? 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5. I want to do this math right now in this dramatic scene, yes? We still don't have 9. But I'm giving it voice acting, Yoshka. No, you're right. It would be really cool. I'd really love it. There were white lines down Snake's cheeks where his tears would wash the blood away. He was broken, body and soul, and Junpei felt as though half of his own heart had been torn out. His eyes stung, and he tried desperately to swallow the clear lump in his throat. Junpei, what are you doing? You have to get out of here, now! Junpei's chest tightened, pulled taut, I think they meant taut, by anger, misery, and a cold feeling of emptiness. Pure emotion surged through his heart, alongside the torrent of blood. He could feel it building, a tremendous wave growing taller and taller and taller. Then it broke, crashing down with thunderous force onto his shaken, unprepared mind. Snake! Snake! Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by instinct now, and he launched himself across the floor at Snake and Ace. Or he tried to. Wait! Don't be an idiot, Junpei! He felt a hand grab him from behind. It was Seven. Before he had time to react, the larger man had pinned Junpei's arms to his sides, and he was hauling him bodily back towards the door. Seven, you glorious bastard! I love you. Yeah, I know, that Snake reference had to be made. No! No! I have to help Snake! 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 Get off me! Let me go! Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 7, 6. Damn it, I don't have a choice, kid! Don't blame me for this, alright? 5, 4, 3, 2. Ugh! 1, 0. Thank you for being the voice and muscle of reason, Seven. Yeah. Gates 2 and 3 are locked down, beginning incineration. Junpei felt Seven's fist bury itself deep in his stomach, and then his legs turned to mush. Seven scooped him up in the same motion and leapt through the door. It slammed shut behind them. Junpei struggled to shaky feet. He glanced over to see Lotus only a short distance away. Junpei ran to the door. There was a small window cut into it. Inside you could see Ace and Snake. Shit. Damn you all! Why? Why me? I don't deserve this! Enter me! Enter me, Zero! Why? 0! 0! Zero! He didn't know how much time had passed. He didn't know how long he stood there in front of the incinerator. He looked to the side. Noticed his face was ashen. Not for the hand she'd put against the wall, Junpei wouldn't think she could have stood. Seven looked old and tired and used. His eyes stared at the floor, seeing nothing. Junpei said nothing. Simply began to walk towards the open door in the hallway they'd come down earlier. Hey! Wait, Junpei! Junpei, where are you going? He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped. You stay here. I'll go get Santa and June. You're gonna bring them here? How? Don't worry about that. Just stay here and wait, alright? He began to walk again. He looked over his shoulder and watched Seven and Lotus grow smaller and smaller. They stared back, not moving. He wasn't sure if they could. He turned around again. He knew where he was going. When they'd walked through the hallway earlier, he noticed the elevator at the end of the side hallway. If it still worked, then maybe. Before long, Junpei found himself in front of the elevator. Next to the door was a button with a triangle on it. He pushed it, and the door opened. Junpei was in a large hospital room. June! Santa! He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. But try as he might, he couldn't find them. Ugh! Damn it! Where did they go? Increasingly frustrated and increasingly worried, Junpei left the large hospital room. You know, now that I think about it, because Santa wasn't the murderer, that makes him more likely to be Zero. Fuck. He had no choice. He would have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. He couldn't shake this feeling, but there was a part of him he felt would be wrong to even if he could. Every step he took, his legs felt more and more like lead. We're not finding them. Sometime later, Junpei found himself at the chapel. He stepped inside expecting to find nothing, but there on the red carpet in the center of the room... June! No, codenames didn't matter any longer. She was Canny. Canny! Junpei cried her name and ran. Like lightning, he ran across the room toward her. Oh man, Canny! He stumbled to a stop. As he looked down at her body lying so still on the floor, he felt the icy grip of fear upon his heart. She was still. So very still. No, it couldn't be. It was impossible. Doing some math. Give me a moment. Nope. Slowly, Junpei bent down toward her. His hand shook, and he felt very cold and very hot at the same time. What are you barking at, dog? There's nothing going on. He forced himself to look. Her back was moving. Slowly it rose and fell. Relief washed over him. Canny! Junpei reached down and gently, very gently lifted her up. Canny! Canny! Are you alright? Jumpy? Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei and saw nothing. Trembling, Junpei wrapped his arms around her back. She was cold. Very cold. Junpei tried to convince himself that it was only his imagination, but she felt as though she were fading away. He could feel his heart pounding frantically in his chest. Oh man. Canny, what the hell happened to you? You feel... Jumpy, I'm sorry. Her voice was very faint. I might not make it. Notice the name change? No way! No way am I gonna let you die! I'm gonna save you, I promise! Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much. For everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy. Don't give me that I was crap! You're gonna see me again lots more times! You've just gotta hang on, alright, Canny? Jumpy, did you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. Really long time. Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took a moment he realized his eyes were filled with tears. Feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame. He looked down at Akane. That's where the nickname comes from, by the way. Game over. There was a crack of static from above his head, and a voice spoke. Zero. You son of a bitch. Where are you hiding? Junpei frantically scanned the ceiling for the source of the voice. I'm right here. I've always been close to you. What the hell are you talking about? No matter. I will tell you again. Game over. The game has ended. No, it hasn't. I'm not gonna let it end yet. I'm gonna get out of here with Canny. You can't. That is impossible. Why? Because you chose the wrong path. The wrong path? That is correct. Your path was inevitable, however. Admit defeat. Where there is shadow, there is light. Where there is light, there is shadow. So it goes. What are you talking about? It matters not. The loser has been decided. I told you I'm not gonna lose! No, you misunderstand. You haven't lost. I have lost. What? Junpei didn't have time to ponder what it meant before. He heard the door slam shut behind him. He spun around. There was no one there. Was it Zero? Canny, wait here. I'll be right back, I promise. She managed a single nod. Junpei laid her back down gently and leapt for the door. He yanked it open and shot outside. No one. The hall was empty. There was nothing moving anywhere. Damn it! He didn't want to leave Canny alone any longer than he had to, so Junpei turned around and headed back to the chapel. What? Canny? She wasn't there. She wasn't anywhere. She'd been lying there, on the floor, just moments before. And now she was gone. Oh god. No. Where is she? Canny! Canny! His cry split the heavens themselves. Yoshikev, damn you! He screamed until his voice gave out. Then he screamed some more. Oh, I love it when chat does this. But there was nothing. No answer. His voice faded away, and all that remained was cold, unfeeling silence. That was when he noticed it. A strange smell. One he'd smelled before. The smell of a peculiar, white smoke. So 9 seconds later, Junpei's mind winked out. What? What? That was my ending? That explained literally nothing! No, what? But the fuck, man? No! No! That is... Okay. Can I skip you credits? Do something! What? Okay, theories. She was gone. Just disappeared in the span of a second. So, you gonna do a second playthrough? You goddamn right I am! Goddamn right! Okay, what kind of choices could we have made to make things come out differently? Every single time we could choose a door, that was important. So next playthrough, I guess I just choose all the doors I hadn't gone through before? Damn it. We have to talk about this. Yes we do. We have to talk about how this doesn't make any sense. Zero said that he lost, or it lost, the end. Or is it? Goddamn right it's not! Goddamn right it's not the end. Okay. Wow, we could not have asked for better timing. Here's how I'm gonna handle this, folks. I'm gonna do another playthrough starting Thursday. Actually, not Thursday, because Thanksgiving. So what we're gonna do... Wait! Everything's different! This intro video is completely different! You have reached one ending. Oh! I thought it was starting back at the title screen! This game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to save now. Once you've saved, you can restart the game with the information you've acquired in this playthrough saved. Once you begin the game again, you can skip through text you've already seen. Simply press right on the control pad to fast forward through lines you've already read. Once you've reached lines you haven't seen or new choices, it will automatically stop. Memory of Escape has been added to the title screen. Memory of Escape enables you to play the scenes you have completed. It is recommended to save after this in order to unlock Memory of Escape. You will start at the beginning. Yes! Yeah, the captain's quarters seems super important. Oh my god! Look! It only had one box! How many boxes were there? Yeah! Okay, this is perfect. Next time we play through, starting, I guess next Tuesday, because Thursday's Thanksgiving, next Tuesday, we're going to start a new playthrough, and I'm going to choose every door that I hadn't gone through. The text skipping automatically, I mean, yeah. There's a completely different set of scenes, though, based on this intro video. If you come here before stream starts, I play the intro video while I'm doing the setting up for stream thing. So we're going to go ahead and let this run for a sec, just so everybody can see it. But in this, we get to see some scenes that we've seen before, but there's a lot of references that we've never heard. Titanic was barely referenced. Something about, like, chemicals and stuff, and ice melting. There was the hypothesis that she talked about, something about God and Devil, which we never really got into. The Nonary game, obviously. That scene right there. A dead captain, and he clearly had a bracelet on. That scene keeps bugging the hell out of me. There was a scene right there with, like, an Egyptian woman. We never saw that. I'm guessing that was just part of one of the puzzles, though. I'm not sure if that was important. But yeah. So, apparently this is not a type of game you can finish on a first playthrough. In the menu, look under Preview. Okay, we're gonna do that. Seek a Way Out, Preview A. Oh! April 14th, 1912. That's the Titanic. Gourdain. Is this a dead body? Who do you think did it? There was some other man in an orange jumpsuit. I guess it could have been him, but there's the video again. Glad you want to figure it out yourself. I'm going to do at least one more playthrough, probably more. If I'm not satisfied with the ending on the next playthrough, we'll keep doing it, depending on how fast it is. Because it might not be that... It might be really fast, since there's a lot of scenes that might overlap. However, I'm really interested to see what scenes don't overlap. That said, I think this is a good time for the end of today's stream. So, thank you very much for joining me, folks. I had a blast. My name is Lamar Haven. I stream Monday through Friday starting at 10 a.m. PST, that is 1 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays and Thursdays I stream what you've seen here. 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Next Tuesday we'll be starting another playthrough as we find another ending. We will not be streaming Thursday because Thanksgiving. Monday, Wednesday, Friday I play Wild Arms 4. Actually, what was voted was Xenosaga. Hold on. I'm gonna mute the game because this intro scene is a little loud. Or I'm going to keep skipping the intro scene. We were supposed to play Xenosaga, but it's broken. I can't emulate it. I'm going to try to fix that, but in the meantime, Wild Arms 4 was second place, so we're going to play Wild Arms 4. However, 999 gets cross-posted to my YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, you need to follow the link on screen or link below the stream to get to my YouTube channel. On YouTube, I have 2 YouTube-specific series. They are Resident Evil 4 and The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. So catch those on YouTube. Catch this coming up on YouTube, because I'll be cross-posting it, and we will continue this again Tuesday. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you folks next time.